Hey all, welcome back to BLR Knowledge Center. In this session, we'll talk about params keyword and default valued parameter in C Sharp. So if you look at earlier sessions or so far sessions, what we have done it, we have not used any of the keyword called params, and also we have not used any default value being assigned to a parameter, right? Now we'll see what is the param keyword. So the params keyword in C Sharp, right, allows user, right, or write a method, right, to accept a variable number of arguments. If we want to pass number of arguments, right, we have to use array or list, right, if we want to pass multiple values. But without creating array of type, we can use the params keyword, right, and pass multiple values to the method. Got it? If you want to pass the multiple values to a method, what we'll do? One thing is you need to pass value by value. A second thing is you need to keep everything in array and you need to define their array and here array, right? But I don't want to define the reference type or array because again for array I need to initialize values and then I need to pass to the object creation. But using params keyword, right, you can pass multiple arguments, right? Variable number of arguments. C# params works as an array of objects by using params keyword in a method argument definition. We can pass a number of arguments using params keyword. So the right params keyword in C# right allows a method to accept a variable number of a variable number of arguments. So C# params keyword, right, works as a array of objects. By using params keyword, right, in a method argument definition, right, we can pass a number of arguments. Example, right? So let's say like have a method called add, right? And I want to pass multiple arguments, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Okay. I'll just say params, right? Array, right, right, and variable name. This is the example. Or you can say this is syntax, right? And you can say this is a method name, right? Coming to the example case, you can define the actual method add of, right, params in an array. I'm going to declare list of numbers, and inside of that, I'm going to navigate through list using for each loop. Okay, let's get see a demo for this, and to understand more on this, I'm going to define array, right? Look at here, right? I'm going to remove this stuff, and now coming here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to define a method static int, right, addition of params. This is what the keyword int, right, list of numbers. And this way I'm going to do that int I equal 0. Some I'm going to define a variable and for each of int I equal to 0 in or int I in list of numbers. Instead of that, sum equal to sum plus I. Use of unassigned local variable sum. Okay, let me define 0. Once it comes out, I'm going to return sum. Now I'm going to access this variable method, right? Addition, right? Now here what I'm going to do is I'm going to declare total as a variable, right? Total equal to addition of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just I'm going to pass and then write off total. When I run this, what happens is it is going to pass my all values at a time to my function, and then it start adding this stuff. 1 plus 2, 3, 3, 3, 6, 6, 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15. This is how it is going to work params keyword. We basically use it for passing number of arguments, n number of arguments, right? As a variable number of arguments using params keyword. If you want to access a function with n number of a variable number of arguments, we have to use params keyword. Okay. And coming to the next one is the default value parameter. What is default value parameter? Right? Default value parameter is nothing but holding of default value in a method, right? So you can also use a default parameter value, right? By using the equal sum. Equal sum. That is this way. If we call a method without any argument, if we call a method, right, without an argument, it uses the default value. Got it? Let me demo this to get more understanding. I'm going to my Visual Studio, right? Let's get define a function here, right? What I want to define, I'm going to define y, right? Display, right? Country, which is taking country. And by default, I'm giving India. By default, I'm giving India to this. So I'm going to say, and here I'm going to print this. Now, when I'm calling this, so I'm going to again declare it as static, right? I'm going to my function here, right? So display country of United States, fine. And I'm again starting with United Kingdom, good. And again here, right? I'm not passing any parameter in this case. Still I can get printed without any problem, right? And again, I'm passing a parameter called Russia, right? Again, I'll pass China. Let me see that. When you run this, it is going to print the sum of numbers first, and it printed United States, it printed United Kingdom, and it's printed India because when there is no parameter passing, then it is going to take a default value, and then it printed Russia, and then it printed China. Got it? So when you are not passing a parameter, right, it is going to assign or assume that the default value has to be assigned to your variable, and that is going to take and print that value into console. Got it? So I hope you understood the concept of default value parameters, right? Thanks for visiting this video, right? And I hope you understood the params keyword and the default value parameter in C#. Thank you.